I usually like to show you the drop on a track, but the groove on this track is just so like, you know what I mean? It's so, And this is called Fall Back by Quinn Blalock and Maximilian, I think is his name. Yeah. This is actually the first, the record label One of Us. This is their first release, so that's pretty cool. And just listen to this groove. This is Babe Work by Dre Kinnian, and this is just super clubby. Sometimes I like to go deep with these analyses, but this is honestly just a groovin' clubby track that you could really throw in to, like, you know, if it's 3 a.m. and it's been a little bit too wild and now you kind of want to tone it down. That's not a diss on the track. That's me saying you should throw this into your set because it'll really keep that energy where it needs to be. A few months ago, I called a Chase West track cute, and then I called a few other tracks cute, and it's been a while since I've called a track cute. But this is a cute track! Whatever! This is Vogue by Casey Zani. It's actually off the new House Hats VA, which is incredibly exciting. And it's a cute track, and it's like this... Ooh! You see what I mean? It's cute. Is it rude to call a song cute? I'm gonna shout out I'll shout out the people who asked me to do this in the end. I watched Berlin Calling, which is a 2008 movie that, in my opinion, is required viewing for you if you're into house music. It's about DJ Icarus, a fictional character played by Paul Kalkbrenner. Paul Kalkbrenner is, in real life, a modern-day legend. Just go to his Spotify. It's insane. And Paul Kalkbrenner made all the music for this movie, and he's the star of the movie. In my opinion, if this were a marketing idea, A+, because his streams on Spotify are insane. Nonetheless, the movie itself I thought was good. I didn't think it was anything amazing, but it's about DJ Icarus, who is he's at the top of his genre, playing massive festivals, playing massive clubs, and he has a drug overdose. Most of the movie is him recovering in the rehabilitation facility, and craziness kind of ensues. He finds his way, he makes an album. In the end, he sort of gets his shit together. Overall, I'm going to give it a 6.5, and shout out to my friend Tim and Abana, the artist, for recommending I watch this movie.
What two DJs would play your dream back-to-back at Space?
Michael Bibby and like Solomon.
Is that not the most goated answer you've ever seen? Is Solomon Bibby back-to-back? Like, think about this. You're just some guy outside of Club Space and you see someone with a microphone and a camera and they ask you this pretty interesting question. I mean, you can really answer this in a lot of different ways and there's a lot of great answers, but to come up with the best answer, like is Solomon Bibby back to, like, that would be, okay, I mean, like, but I mean, is that ever gonna, okay, Graham Radio's calling it right now. That will happen. Okay, so I purchased Seth Troxler's book. It's a coffee table book. It's called In Between by Bill Patrick and Seth Troxler. I hope it's not offensive to call it a coffee table book. That's where it's going. And it's cool. You know, look at the cover. It's our boy. It's Seth. And it's a picture book. It's like a book of pictures, which I mean, it's very entertaining to look through. Oh, this is funny. It's from inside of a Pizza Hut. The one of the pyramids And I don't know if you can tell, the black thing is the Pizza Hut logo. It's funny. It's probably where I would be if I were in Egypt. Seth Troxler also has a great forward in this. I like how he starts it. It's about him looking through the window of a plane. So yeah, this book showcases about 10 months of Seth Troxler's life. Seth Troxler and Bill Patrick traveling together. A lot of cool shots, a lot of interesting things to look through, and overall, good purchase. I don't want to offend anyone. This is okay. Whenever I walk into an elevator in the future, this is the threshold of the quality of music that I want to hear. Like, is that okay? This is Jazzercise by Fournet. It's off of the new House Hats VA, the Art Basel VA, which is super cool. And it's like this is like coffee shop selection. You know what I mean? This is something that I just want to hear. Like, ooh, it's just jazzy right now. Oh, I got this. Hold on. I can do that shit. This new House Hats VA is crazy. It's their Art Basel VA, their most recent Art Basel VA. A lot of great artists on this, and it's super eclectic. Like, I just made a video about Jazzercise by Fournet, which is like coffee shop selection, and this is like 5 a.m. at Space. I should say this is Give You by Tyke. Beltran, the construction worker, he's been constructing some stuff on Ableton. Maybe like 3 weeks ago, he put this insane like synth and like drum machine setup on his story. And then a few days later, Bell Tools dropped. And I feel like that must be related. Bell Tools, they're tools, let me tell you. Go and listen to the song. It's called "To Beat" by Chase West. It just came out. I'm showing this to you because it has like the most exciting, like a kind of even uplifting vocal that I've ever heard. And it's someone, I guess you can say talking. I don't know if I would say preaching, but go and listen to it. We're gonna listen to it here and enjoy.
Well, now we're gonna learn how to play the games by the rules. Now, rule 1: you've got to leave all your problems at the front door. Rule 2: let the music take control. Rule 3: there will be no wiping up sweat from anybody. And rule 4: always remember the music. And if you follow these rules, you gon' definitely have a good time up in here tonight. Are y'all ready to play?
I believe I be. Got me psyched out, all in my psyche. It's just the only thing I need that deep.
Ooh, I just don't care. Big boy ducky with the curls in my hair. Front page truck, I'm the man of the year. Fuck around and put some yellow diamonds in my ear, my dear. Sitting all day over there. I can see you better by the way. Just wait, me. Low key, you really think that throwing that ass on me?
Dude. Like, his catalog has these crazy moments of drama throughout where the vocal is chopped up in a way that makes you expect the song is going one way, but then the kick comes in at like this inopportune time, and then it just makes me think of an Ableton session and how I have everything kind of lined up, and it's like it's just, he makes it so exciting. Like, you know, Flex, LMAO, this is LOL by Marco Strauss, and LOL actually was a song that escaped my grasp. I didn't even know that this existed. I think that every time I saw LOL, I thought that it was LMAO, and I know that song. Like, LMAO also has a super dramatic moment, but Marco Strauss is just so cool. And check out his Shred EP. I've talked about it. It's actually one of the first reviews that I did, but it's so good.
Got me psyched out all in my psyche.
Ask the question of your people just before you begin your program. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Do you know where your children are?
Do you know where your children are? Do you know where your children are?
Where are they?
Do you know where your children are?
It's just such a random vocal. I love it.
Do you know where your children are?
It's 10 p.m.
Your name is Decimal, but it's spelled here, let me see. Oh wow, I think I was their 10,000th follower. Casual flex. It's Decimal, DECIMEL, Decimal, formerly Wizzy and Wiley. But this is still on Spotify, parental supervision by Wizzy and Wiley. This just makes me think of like 3 a.m. at Space, just like completely lost in the music. It's like, come on. This wouldn't be, maybe peak time's the wrong word for it, but this would be leading up to it. This would be like after the tracks that kind of get everybody on the right tone, and then you play this, and it's like, okay, I don't know what the next song is, but this one is crazy. It's almost like we're like the DJ is kind of gearing up the crowd. Okay, I feel like I'm mansplaining myself. I made 2 videos about Jeff Sorkowitz, and so many people were like, listen to Heat Rises. So I did. I can see why. This is Heat Rises by Jeff Sorkowitz, and it's good. I want to hear this on like a industrial Jeep gliding through the desert or something. This is so cool. This is Touch Me by Groove Element. Touch Me by Groove Elements. In the Webster Merriam dictionary, wow, I fumbled that one. Didn't I? In the Webster's in the dictionary under Tech House, there is Raw by Mant. It almost has a techno energy, you know? Super aggressive. This is Get It Right by DJ Susan and Squad. I feel like some house tracks are just meant for like a daytime pool party. It's just positive, and it just makes me want to splash around, you know what I mean? Oh, this is so pool party. That's sick. Woo! Definitely one of those rising action tracks. Like, again, not a climax track, but this is something that will kind of take the audience to where the DJ wants them to be later. This is Let Wagwan by Patrick Topping. And I just want to say, Patrick Topping's arrangements they're always so interesting. Like, they really keep the listener hooked into what's happening, and they make the listener question what's going to happen next. Patrick Topping, I mean, this is kind of an elementary critique, but he's great. Climaxy track. This is B Sharp Say Nout by Patrick Topping. This is one of the tracks that honestly got me into house music. Like, I can say that. Eating green grass. That was good. That was good. Yeah, you know, Patrick Topping, if you see this, I want to know the story behind this vocal. Is this someone who you recorded in the studio? Because that must have been a fun studio session.
Take two.
Just knocks you right in the face when you're not expecting it. Muse, okay, if you don't know Muse is Dennis Cruz's record label, and I encourage you to go to the Muse playlist on Spotify and just hit shuffle. The heat that is coming out of Muse is ridiculous, and this is a Misha track on the Muse record label.
Riding around in my big imp dog, and this is what I'm going to be playing. When I get to this club, I'm going to be sharing my environment. I'm going to be sharing my collection. I'm going to
just listen to how disgusting this drop is.
Show that I'm with them. I like to be a part of the situation, but that's not my forte. That's not what I got into this for. I got into the music aspect for simply the music aspect. Okay, take two.
Just knocks you right in the face when you're not expecting it. Woo! That's fast. This is Jay Crusoe, Like an Animal. I would use the song like after I have like a really climaxy moment in a set, I would want to use this song to like plateau that climax just because of the speed of this.
In the darkness, I hear the call of the wild. It's mating season in the underground. I want to fuck you like an animal. Sink my teeth into your flesh.
The hi-hats in this are so crazy. They really go from like left. If you're wearing headphones right now, you know what I'm talking about. The hi-hats are really going like don't. Definitely one of those groover tracks, you know, like one of those tracks that you want to throw into your set to kind of give everybody a break but keep the energy high. This is Power by Bastian Bucks. You hear that bass line? This is So Much Stress by Nate Chapman and 9 Before 9. And just like the live bass sound that happens on the rise right before the drop, I think it's so cool. And the vocal, honestly, is just like, it's just cool. Like, I want to ride around in a drop top Cadillac to this one, you know? like Alcee or like Ricardo Villalobos would play, you know? I had a little minimal stint. Well, I mean, I still have a little big minimal stint. This is Sacrum by Silent Bexy and Fado, and it's just a fun little minimal track to groove along with. This one is a wiggle one. You want to wiggle around to this one. Fast forward a little bit.